think that in the current situation, whatever the sector requirement is there, the domestic financial institutions are good enough to meet out that requirement, not only manufacturing, even the projects also. So that's the one area which I think nobody can be better than you who can guide us also. And then the subsidies is one of the area where the people are looking towards government always incentive subsidies. So from a developer point of view, as a large developer in the country, what do you think actually? These are helpful or these are only kick startup for the organizations? So these two questions are there which you'd like to understand from you.
Well, I would like to put the first question for, which is that whether finance is available in India or not. The concern of the lenders initially was the creditworthiness of the off-taker. So there, what will happen right now, there are some electricity boards or the of the distribution companies where the receivables are as high as more than 1 year and 1.5 years. So that was the concern for which that the domestic, forget foreign investor lenders, the domestic lenders were not willing to fund. But now things have changed drastically. The government first bought 𝗥𝗲𝗱𝗶𝗆 as a backstopper. So on 𝗥𝗲𝗃 PPS, many institutions are willing forward. Then now the biggest breakthrough which has happened is the LPS scheme. With the LPS scheme and the Prapti portal, through which the government went aggressive, cutting the power in the states if they don't pay on time. That has really made a big impact in the country. As a result of which, the receivables, which was a very big challenge for the industries to operate, that has changed drastically. So now going by this, with the finance, domestic finance, as per they now are getting a big comfort to finance. But the question is the liquidity position. Yes, but liquidity challenge is always there, and we have to go for some other method of financing instead of just depending on banks or NBFCs. So there are a lot of other ways. For example, we can go for bonds, and the innovative ways of green bonds can be issued, which NTPC has started issuing, and many others have also started issuing. In addition to this, we should go for some new methods, new source of bonds, like sustainability linked bonds. So sustainability linked bonds is something many foreign countries have issued, and in India also in 2021, 𝗤𝗔𝗃𝗃 had issued some $400 million. In sustainability linked bonds, what happens is you utilize the funds towards improving the sustainability targets. For example, it may not be invested in a sustainable project or in solar or wind project, but you invest in such a way that you're contributing to improving the sustainability. So right now, one which I believe was 𝗤𝗃𝗃𝗃 issued, then it was IFC was invested in a sustainable linked bond, which was issued by Tata CleanTech, and similarly, these new funding capitals are coming up. But in order to have a good cost of financing or the optimized cost of financing, we should not depend totally on domestic institutions. We should depend on outsiders. The issue with outsiders is multilateral agencies or export credit agencies. They are cheap and they can give long-term financing, but the issue is they're very time-consuming, and starting from scratch until getting the disbursement takes more than 1.5 years. Then IREDA is of course a good solution, but again, first of all, if you have to give competitive power, the cost of financing is something which has to be addressed. And in India, the cost of funding is very high. And if you go for foreign debt, ECB loans, the hedging cost is also very high, which has to be addressed by the government.